What's good, guys? Welcome to another video. I decided I'm going to do a 75 hard video every day until I'm done, which is at least another 20 something days, and then who knows. But I think these are really important for my self-awareness. I don't know what to call it, so I can go back later or even like the day before and just see where I was at, what I was thinking, feeling, anything new that I've realized, anything like that. Plus, I think more and more people are gonna end up doing this program, so they're gonna look for insight and experience. So this will be for them. So this video, I'm gonna talk about the one biggest con with 75 hard. And this is kind of clickbait. I don't really consider it a con, but it could be. The thing is, and I didn't know it would happen to this extent. So I knew when I did 75 hard, I knew it would change me. I knew it would change me dramatically. I knew I would never go back to my old habits, and I would just transition me into the new person I need to be. So like my current job, I'm killing it in sales. I'm building 2 companies on the side. I'm training twice a day. I'm nonstop. I'm cutting people out left and right. So like I'm winning big time. But the thing is that when you're winning and you're differentiating yourself from your general peer group, the people that you've normally been surrounded with, for me the last before 2 months ago and my entire life really, that you start looking at those people differently. And I noticed this a couple weeks ago, but like day by day now, it's really becoming apparent. So when you look at the average person now and you see them, it's like you're almost like disgusted, and it sounds so bad and arrogant, but hear me out. The thing is, because you hold yourself and have been holding yourself to such a high standard of just excellence and discipline and commitment to yourself, you just really, really love yourself, and you're showing that to yourself every day, every single day. So as your self-respect grows, the average person's is stays here / diminishes. You look at them differently. So I just look at people now that I know, and I'm like, you are weak as fuck. To be honest, and you're looking at them, and you're almost confused, and you're like, wow, how do you allow yourself to not make your bed in the morning? How do you allow yourself to live like this? How do you put this in your mouth? How can you not control what you eat every day? How do you just eat garbage every day? And how do you not care? And you almost get confused when you're looking at people now, because it's totally different than your habits, right? And the thing is, I was never really average to begin with, but now, it's just so apparent when I look at people, and I'm just like, yeah, this makes sense. This is why you're exactly where you are in life, because they constantly make excuses, and they complain, and they give reasons why they are where they at. They got cheated, or they'll start next week, or they're just big boned, or it's just excuses after excuses, and their shitty habits continuing over and over and over, which is why they don't progress, and they usually just dig themselves holes, to be honest. So it's I don't know, you just look at them different, and you kind of part of me feels bad, and then part of me is no, and then you kind of just want to remove yourself from them, because it's not fair to either party, right? So and if you're associating with these people, they're holding you back and you're pulling them forward. You're both very uncomfortable, and it's just unnecessary, right? There's no production in that. So you both hate each other, because I'm forcing them to be better, and they're forcing me to be worse. So we just don't see eye to eye, and then it's every day. I think it just becomes more difficult. And the thing is, though, that's just, you have to cut people out. You have to set boundaries. You have to just realize that the people you grew up with, the people that you've known forever, your friends, your family, your coworkers, as soon as you decide to be better and they decide to just be the same / get worse, you have no choice but to cut them out. It's not an option. And Andy's talked about this. All successful people talk about this. You have to, there just comes a time where you, if you want to be a different person, then you have to literally be a different person. And that means you're not going to hang out with the same people. You're probably not going to hang out with anyone. I don't hang out with anyone now, really. I just work all day, and then I don't know. There's no toxicity in my life as far as people influencing me. So I think it's just something to be mindful of. And to be honest, I kind of knew I've had the ability to, I mean, change my life dramatically, financially, and every other way for a long time. Um, and I never developed the habits for a couple reasons. I think, I mean, I was just a pussy, but B, like, I knew in the back of my head, like, when I change, I'm going to lose my current life. So it's kind of like, and my life's wasn't good by any means, but it wasn't that bad. And I think that's where a lot of people are stuck, and they're kind of like, well, I could force myself to change, but my life's not that bad, right? I got food in the fridge, a roof over my head. What's there to complain about? And it's kind of true, but you also only do get one life, and I think you have a noble obligation to live it to the fullest and help as many people as you can in every way that you can. So to me, you're doing everyone a disservice, especially yourself, and you're just, I don't know, it's just not, it sucks, I guess, like if you don't live up to your potential, and just in my eyes, and so most people don't, so you just look at them different. And I knew that, like, by me doing this, I was like, oh, like, I really have to get rid of my old life, and it's become so natural through 75 Hard, but it's kind of, I think this factor actually holds a lot of people back, because they know deep down, they know that they're going to lose their friends, but you're supposed to, right? Like, you're not supposed to, as soon as you decide to change for the better and upgrade your life and your mentality, you're not going to be able to associate with the same people. It just doesn't work. It's not congruent. So, and it just creates friction-filled relationships that don't benefit anyone. So you just cut people out. It's very natural. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. Like, if you really want to be better, and I think you should, I think your vision's clouded if you're like, well, I don't want to lose my current friends. I like getting drunk on the weekend with my friends. I've known them since high school. I mean, that's a piss poor attitude. Like, you need to be better for yourself, for the world. Your shitty friends will always be there, to be honest. So, like, even if you decide down the road you want to go back, I don't know why you would, but if you want to go back to that lifestyle and partying with your shitty high school friends, you can do it. They're still there. They're still doing the exact same thing. They're still complaining about the same things. So you're not really losing out. It's still there. They don't change. They're always there. But as you change, you'll just distance yourself, and and the thing is, like, it's very easy, because you're, like I said, when you start seeing people's tendencies and their inability to help themselves, essentially, like, just comes necessary and natural, and you're just like, so it's not even like I'm letting these people go, it's that I'm like pushing them away. I'm like, no, like, I can't have you in my life. You don't serve me, and I can't serve you because you don't want better. Like, so you're upset with me all the time because I'm trying to force you to be better, and you don't want it. So yeah, like, that's just reality, I guess, guys. So when you start this, just expect it. Like, just know that if you truly commit to living a better life for yourself, one filled with purpose and commitment and love to yourself, holy, you're gonna lose your current friend group and your family, and like, and it's not to scare you. And I'm not saying you have to get rid of them forever, but, like, you're gonna create massive distance between yourselves, and you're not gonna be partying every weekend. You're like, clearly there's no partying when you're on 75 Hard, but even after that, you're like, yeah, no, you guys have been doing the same shit for 20 years and you're getting nowhere, and I don't really want to be a part of that. Like, I like actually living life and experiencing things and growing. So yeah, be aware, be ready to cut them out, be willing. It's a good thing. It's natural. It's not, you're not a bad person, so don't get that twisted either. Don't be like, well, my parents are going to be really disappointed if I stop, hanging out with them 5 nights a week. That's okay. They're going to live. They'll be the same. They'll be there tomorrow, the next day, the week after, 6 years from now. They'll still be there doing the same thing. So it's up to you to just change and be better for yourself. And no one's going to tell you have to, because technically you don't. It's up to you. Are you living a fulfilled life? Are you living up to your potential? Do you feel good when you look in the mirror, when you wake up, when you go to bed? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like you're serving? The ability to serve is in all of us, believe it or not. And you should. I wake up every day with the intent to serve, to help, to get better, to bring people along with me, to encourage them, to help them upgrade their lives, help them see the potential in themselves that I see and I know is possible. So that's my duty every day. And so if people don't want to get better, I'm not going to make them, but that is still my goal, to help as many people as I can. I know the depression rate is through the roof, and I know I can help people work through their problems. And it starts with things like 75 Hard, looking yourself in the mirror and doing the work for yourself. So that's the truth, guys. But if you're going to do 75 Hard, get ready to cut people out, because it's real.